Oh wait, no longer greatness has arrived. Welcome to the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. I am your host, Joseph, aka Mr. Badbit, and it is here where me and my best friend Kyle talk about the latest, the greatest in all things PlayStation. Of course, you can listen to this show wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube at the Trophy Room. And if you like what you hear, please consider dropping us a 5-star review over on Apple Podcasts, or if you really like us, you could drop $1 our way over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. All one word. So with all that said, and with all that out of the way, the greatest co-host whoever is, whoever will be, Mr. Kyle Stevenson. How are you, sir?
Exhausted. It's been a long, since we last recorded, couple of days.
Yeah.
My body is trying to catch up to everything that's been going on, but I'm happy to be here talking PlayStation, as always.
Yeah. I love how I nailed that intro. Like, I seriously did. I didn't even need to do the arm pump or anything.
I feel a butt coming.
But there, a literal like freight train, I don't even know what, passed by my house. It was the loudest thing, right? As I just was like, oh, this is going so smoothly. And then I just hear, I'm going to ruin this for you, Joe. I'm like, you son of a gun.
What's going on with your face today?
Oh, these bad boys. I told you.
Yeah.
Wait until you see to believe. So, I've been playing a lot of PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Maybe too much PlayStation 5. Maybe too much Demon Souls. And what I noticed was my eyes were getting really strained. And like all the letters were looking blurry and such. Maybe it's a lack of blinking. Don't know. That being said, I needed blue screen glasses. Now, Ainsley from Season Gaming pointed me into these bad boys right here. Now, you might say, Joe, you look like the old guy at the end of like 8 Crazy Nights. You're right. I look like a Brooklyn hipster at the very least.
No, I actually think they look quite good on you.
Dude, I look cute. Like,
yeah.
I really do. Everybody look at the VOD. I really think I look quite cute. Like a cute little nerd. But like $15. Frames that fit my big fat head. You can't pass up a deal like that.
How do they work, first and foremost?
They work just like every other screen. They're actually like, to prove that these are blue light glasses, point this, like, they gave me this little blue light and this little card that, like, when you point the light at the card like turns blue.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Here it is for the VOD people. Pew, pew, pew. And sound effects.
Someone's
for the
blind
podcast.
Right now.
But yeah, so like you pointed at the glasses to prove that these things are what they are, and they are. And
Sweet.
Honestly, yeah, way less eye strain. Way less. So now these are like my gaming glasses. Every time someone's walking into my room, they're like, oh boy, Joe, what are you doing, big guy? Well, just playing Demon Souls. You know?
This is a stupid question. Do they change the color of anything?
They look like a tint of yellow, just like a slight tint.
Okay.
But nothing that's like,
Nothing crazy.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Okay.
Now, I do have something crazy to tell you.
Uh-oh.
Okay. And I just want the audience to settle this in. And then we'll just start the show. I'm going to make a claim, and then I'm just going to start like talking about what we're talking about today.
Oh, boy.
All right?
I'm strapping myself in.
I think HDR is overrated. But with that, we have to talk about Jim Ryan saying that the PlayStation 5 stock is already all sold out. We are talking about PlayStation doing some interesting stuff for PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now in the next year. We will be talking about Spider-Man Remastered and PS5 save transfers now available for gamers, James Bond, IO Interactive making a game, Fortnite having a subscription service, and Kyle, can you believe it? The Last of Us Part 2 is sweeping the Golden Joystiq Awards. But before we get into all of that, Kyle, let's talk about what you've been playing. What have we been playing, Kyle?
Hold on. You can't just say HDR is overrated and then continue on.
I don't know. The image just looks really saturated on my screen. I don't know if I'm digging it.
Huh.
Maybe it's my TV. Maybe someone way smarter than me. I put it to game mode, I put it to HDR, and everything just looks like shit.
All right.
So
it could just be your TV.
It could be.
Yeah.
But no, I have a good TV, though. I like my TV.
Okay.
It's nice. I've never had a problem with it. I don't know. Maybe it's just a setting that I'm just too dumb to figure out.
Fair.
But you know what? You know what? I'm not too dumb to figure out, though.
Speaking of who's too dumb to figure out,
Go for it.
Demon Souls.
Yeah, how you digging it?
I put a lot of hours into it. I did the breaking news where I defeated a boss. I put on Twitter. It was very exciting. It clicked for me. I am having a good time playing it.
Yes, this is what I want to hear.
However,
okay,
the Tower of Latria can go fuck itself.
all right. So here's where you started wrong. I get you. I get where you wanted to go. So are you stuck at the Prison of Hope?
I'm stuck on just finding where everything is. And these stupid mind flayers. Since I did pick a knight, my rolling is not quick enough, so I'm always getting hit by magic. I'm wasting all the souls that I pick up, other than the demon souls. I'm spending on grass to heal me, and I don't have enough to upgrade. Like, I feel like I'm it's a losing battle right now. I might just restart everything.
You started at the wrong place, but don't worry. We'll talk about more of that at the after show.
Okay.
Because what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to beat the Phalanx, get through the path of the Lords, where if you stand on, because you'll have this little
I didn't go straight there after Phalanx.
Oh, okay.
No. I beat Tower Knight. I beat Armor Spider.
Ooh.
I'm just now stuck in this Tower of Latria.
Fight that Flame Lurker, dude. I think you're gonna have. He's the second to last boss there. Defeat all the bosses in that area. You can do it. I have faith in you.
Where the Armored Spider is?
Yeah. Keep on going through it. It is going to be a little difficult because you're a knight. But if you can find like a polearm, that will
give me reach.
Yeah, reach with the worms that pop out of the ground. But yeah, do everything in that area because I think that's the most achievable one.
Okay.
And then do the swampy looking place because those are also easy.
Okay.
I got you. I'm here.
All right.
I'll be your little Sherpa.
All right.
Sin Vendetta's been Sherpaing me. He's like my go-to Demon Souls guy.
But now that I have put a lot of hours into it, a lot of my misgivings and holdups are still kind of there for me.
Sure.
A lot is just not explained very well, and and the menus are not very friendly to go through. I feel like there's a lot of numbers and stats on the screen that don't really tell you a whole lot, and it's pretty much trying to go online and seeing what these things mean, and it's not that accessible in that type of way. I'm not talking about easy mode or whatever. It's just like it's very dense, which is not a bad thing. There's just not enough that's being explained. I can't tell you after I beat the Phalanx how long it took me to find that fucking monument kid upstairs. I was running around there for like an hour and a half. Where is this kid?
I would correct you and say it's the Monumental actually, but the Monument Kid. Monument Kid's a better name. Blue Point, get on that. I beat Demon Souls.
Sweet.
At least I thought I did, Kyle. Went
Okay.
through it all. I will have to say this. I'm kind of there with you as well. Blue Point really wanted to be faithful with this. There are some things that are just obviously 2 generations ago in terms of like not so much level design but systems that I'm accustomed to since Bloodborne. Like one of the biggest things, one of the frustrations with Demon Souls, the reason why people say it's so hard is when you get defeated by a boss, there's no bonfire next to the boss plot like in so many other Dark Souls, like in Bloodborne. So you start all the way back at the beginning of that level. That's frustrating. That is a bit annoying. But the boss fights to me are nowhere near as hard as what they are in the Dark Souls series. And even some of the Bloodborne bosses are a lot more difficult than what I've encountered here. Except the last boss, at least what I thought was the last boss, was such an amazing fight. Like, though they're easier, it doesn't take away from how awesome these fights feel and how a sense of achievement when you overcome that challenge feels. It's just the frustration of having to restart everything because you made that one mistake is a bit annoying.
Yeah.
So I definitely get you there. And how they don't tell you anything. So, like, there's a secret boss, quote unquote, in this game where Sin Vendetta's like, I don't know if you really beat the game because you forgot this one boss. And I already rolled credits. And I was surprised that I didn't get, like, a trophy for beating the game.
Oh.
And it's because there's this one guy behind this one door in the first level that you don't get until the quote-unquote last level. You get this key to unlock it. I thought nothing of it. And so when I beat the game and I just started New Game Plus, that key disappeared and I had to do it all over again.
Oh, man.
So I'm on playthrough 2, though.
Are you talking about the blue guy in the tower?
No, that's a separate one. That's a separate one. But yeah, I really love the game and it's aged really, really well. But I do get you there. Yeah. Systems wise, yeah, there's room for improvement. Even like explaining things isn't the best.
If I have to go into Twitter or Wikipedia and look up world tendency one more freaking time, Joe. Yes. I still don't understand what it is, what happens with it, why there's a tab in the menu that just shows the icons. It doesn't show you like what it does or anything. Why is there a broken archstone if that's not accessible in the game at all? Like, it's I don't get it.
Right. And those are all issues. This is why this is actually kind of perfect for you. Because you could go back to like Dark Souls and like you could even do Bloodborne now and you'd be like, oh, whoa, they've really done a number to these menus. Like those things are very much fixed. This is very much the proto of. That said, though, so Demon's Souls, we're loving it.
Yeah.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Let's move to one more game that we've been playing. That is Sackboy, A Little Big Adventure, which is what I'm calling it.
Nice.
Kyle, you've played about 2 hours of it?
Yeah, I after the last death in Demon's Souls, I was like, I need something holly and jolly in my life right now, and I popped in Sackboy finally, and oh my god, Joe, smile on my face the entire time. This is
such a charming game.
It is so charming, and this is what I wanted from a PlayStation mascot platformer. Even before Astrobot, like this is what I wanted Little Big Planet to be.
Yeah,
is these in-depth levels with hidden things to find, and it's a pretty like generic kind of story so far. Like it's a platforming story.
Yeah, it's definitely for kids. Like again, that's why it's so charming, you know?
Yeah, but like the level design is amazing. The secrets are fun to find. The mini game doors that you have to go into to get like the little spheres that are hidden are super fun. The last level I found where it's in the second world, and just the fact like you would walk in this honey, I'm guessing it's honey, and then you can walk up walls with fabric is really, really cool and interesting. The attention to detail when it comes to Sackboy is really amazing. Nuts. Like you can see the yarn phrase off his hands and all over his body. Like, wow.
It's literally
Sumo Digital, I believe, did this. Correct?
Yeah, it's literally a Mario 3D World. If you ever played Mario 3D World, which is one of the best Marios and the best handheld Mario, that's what this game is, and it's just so freaking good. It's just it's charming. It's a nice, easy time that you're just kind of running on through, and there's a lot of actual like songs in here. What I mean, like like popular music.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we can actually stream this, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really cute. My one question for you is the vibration off?
I haven't noticed much with the vibration.
I haven't. There's no vibration on my DualSense.
When I do notice it though, is when I'm picking things up. Like it's a light touch and it kind of locks. So I do notice it there, but it's. At that point, it just feels like a controller. Okay. At that point,
Yeah, I haven't gotten any vibrations whatsoever, so maybe it's just my disc, but like my digital.
You also set it to medium, right?
Yes.
So I'm on strong.
Okay. I'm a big strong guy.
Big strong guy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm digging it, man. Everything PlayStation has like this launch for me. I think has been my favorite launch, period. Like,
Agreed.
I'm sinking so much time into like Miles, and then like Demon Souls, and then taking a break with Sackboy, and then like diving into Astrobot. Like there has been so many great experiences that sure, like Call of Duty I could get anywhere, but like it literally feels special. Like before the show, like Call of Duty feels freaking great on the DualSense. Like the triggers are out of this world. It's just I'm blown away, just blown away. And I know I'm stroking Jim Ryan's ego at this point, but it's something really special. I'm digging it, Kyle. With that, anything else you played, or you want to square up the news? I think it's time to square.
We can square up. Yeah,
you're right. But you know what? Before we get to that, let's do the Patreon pitch. Of course, if we've ever gotten you through a long car ride, a tough day at work, this whole COVID situation, it means a lot to us if you go over to patreon.com/PS Trophy Room, all one word, and drop us $1 our way. It really does keep the lights on, keeps the show running, and makes us sound this great, look this good, and it's all because of your generosity. I want to thank our newest patron, Kyle Grimm. I want to thank our Platinum member, @Twerp on Twitter, and Todd Burwitz. Our Gold members, Chaotic Monkey, Gavin Gottfried, Griffin West, Erica Scherer, Jose Jimenez, and too soon, our Silver Plus members, Jedi Master Rin, Hide Indoors, Pink Orkbot, Marcus O'Neill, Ray Martinez, JB, the Purple Monkey himself, Jadis Von Metal, and Tim Off. Thank you all so much for supporting the show the way y'all do. Thank you all so very much. With that, Kyle.
Real quick, before we square up.
Sure.
Didn't we hit 50 patrons?
Now, at 50 patrons, we do a Hot One Styles episode. When we hit 50, 2 people dropped. So we're at 48.
Okay.
We're at 48 patrons. Okay. Here's the thing. And I'll let this slide. Okay? This week, through Thanksgiving on through Black Friday and the weekend, we are doing Extra Life. Our goal is just to hit $500. I will say this: if we hit $500, we'll do the Hot One style episode on the Trophy Room. Okay, that's it. That's the goal. Right. Or if we hit 50, or if we hit both, we'll do 2. I don't know. Something crazy. That's all I got.
Second thing is, I did want to shout out one more game before we get into the script news.
Sure.
I thought it would be a weird game, but I did hour or at least half of our Extra Life for 6-1 Indie over the weekend, and we wanted to do a segment where we played like this weird game, and we saw this game called 5 Dates, which is a full motion video FMV game. God. It's made completely during the pandemic from March. Ooh. Shot, written, edited, put together, made completely during this time, which is insane.
That's insane. Yeah.
And it's basically like this guy joins a dating app, and you have to go through these dates and try to have him fall in love. And it is incredibly charming. It is extremely well performed. It kind of blew us away. I'm itching to like go back and actually go through all the dates, because I did not expect to be like engrossed and
that's like, awesome. And what's the name of this game?
It's called 5 Dates.
5 Dates.
Yeah,
right.
Has a couple really well-known actresses. One from Doctor Who, one from Vikings. So it's a really good game. So check them out.
All right, I will. And you can check out all the Extra Life stuff that we're doing. Link down below if you want to donate, or go on our Twitch at twitch.tv/PS Trophy Room to watch along with us all weekend long. It's not going to be like the crazy 24 hours. It's going to be kind of a 6 hours on Friday, 6 hours on Saturday, 6 hours on Sunday, type of stuff. So again, all weekend long, come hang out with us, come play games with us, and help those big, beautiful kids, because more than ever, they need our help. We're not the only ones struggling. These kids are as well, and they need now extra protection because they are incredibly vulnerable to this disease that's going on. So please, 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 Extra Life for the kids. It would mean a lot to us. So yeah, forget Patreon. Forget Patreon this week. Forget about it.
Yeah.
Go to Extra Life. Throw money that way. Forget it. Don't worry. We're going to be fine. Help the kids. That said, Kyle, it's time to square up the news.
This comes from Games Radar. Jim Ryan on PS5 stock. Absolutely everything is sold. This was written by Connor Sheridan. When it comes to stocks of PS5, quote, everything is sold, end quote. That's according to PlayStation boss Jim Ryan, who discussed the system's early success with the Russian news agency TASS. We know when PS5 stock will be coming back to stores, but it sounds like Sony isn't sitting on any big stockpiles that haven't been shipped out to retailers yet. Quote, everything is sold. Absolutely everything is sold, Ryan said. And everything will be sold in Russia. There's no doubt about that. I've spent much of the last year trying to be sure that we can generate enough demand for the product. And now in terms of my executive bandwidth, I'm spending a lot more time on trying to increase supply to meet that demand, end quote. The console has been stock shortages ever since it hit the market earlier this month, which Ryan said is largely due to strong demand rather than any production issues that stem from the pandemic. Quote, we might have had a few more to sell, but not very many. The guys on the production manufacturing side have worked miracles, end quote. Ryan said he, quote, wouldn't plan on doing another big console launch in the midst of a global pandemic, end quote. While it didn't end up affecting the bottom line of console availability all that much, he said it was challenging. The company even had to do the prep for manufacturing by remote camera.
That is so crazy how, the world events have really shaped how these consoles have launched and how they've really just launched at all at this point.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's crazy that we haven't even gotten official numbers of how many units have sold. Mm-hmm. But they both say that this is broken records. So I guess when it comes to Xbox and PlayStation, we're kind of taking them at their word on that. Though numbers don't really impress me much in terms of like milestones. It's cool to celebrate, but like we're not getting a check out of there. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
But there is a great question, and Hidden Doors over on the Casa de Trophy Room Discord server wrote us this question. I thought it was really great. With PlayStation completely sold out with everything in their production, is there going to be a frantic rush on supply every time there is a restock? When do you think people will be able to casually pop into a store and pick one up? And do you think that Xbox is going to benefit at all from the scarcity of PlayStation 5, or will they suffer from the same supply chain issues? I'd like to answer this one backwards.
Sure.
So Xbox has come out and they said limited supply until at least April for them. Yeah. Very limited, very scarce. So both consoles are selling really well, which is great to see. But Kyle, my question for you and Catherine's is, when is it going to be normal? Like, we're seeing people scalp these things because they're douchebags. Like, one scalper group scalped over 3,000 consoles.
More than seriously. What retailers have. They have, like, 3,500 PS5s.
Which is... Up. It blows my mind.
Yeah.
Because, like, look, that's a failure on all fronts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a failure on Best Buy's part or whatever. The retailers themselves, where they don't have a good protocol or pre-order system working for folks. Like, why can't Best Buy go like, hey, like, download our iPhone app, get in this queue, get in this raffle, and kind of weed out bots that way?
Yeah.
It's insane that scalpers have taken advantage of such an awful situation, awful time this year, just because they know they can make, triple the profits, quadruple the profits. So when is that going to end? Is the craziness going to end, Kyle?
Man, I don't think, if anyone's expecting to grab one before Christmas time, I'd be shocked if you find one, unfortunately. Even though I don't feel bad for those people tweeting out, like, don't you feel bad for the kids that you have a PS5 and you took one away from a kid's tree? Listen, I worked hard for it. I saved. If a kid is expecting a PS5, let me tell you something about that family. They're well off, and he's a spoiled, rotten brat. Yeah. So, suck it.
Kyle, here's what I think. I took off the glasses for a reason here. You know what I think about those kids? Mm-hmm. Fuck them, I don't care. This is my PlayStation, not theirs. Be a good parent, all right? Do what what is it? Arnold Schwarzenegger did, right? He fought, what was his name? Sinbad. He fought Sinbad in a parade. Thanksgiving parade. Be like Arnold. Fight the mail service. All right?
God, is that what Jingle All the Way 2 is going to be about?
Are they making it 2?
I think they might be. I don't know.
Oh my God, we do not deserve to live in this time of greatness. Are you kidding me? But honestly, no, when people are like, think about the children and their PlayStation 5s, I'm like, That's the least of their worries. If your biggest worry is like, I'm a kid and I can't have my PlayStation 5,
Yeah.
It should be like, I'm a kid and I can't see my friends.
Yeah, right?
Like, like that's the bigger issue here.
But to go when we'll get when we'll get it in more regular stock.
Right.
I'm thinking around the same time the Xbox is saying, around April. I think it won't be till spring.
Yeah.
Maybe even March, because like they're building these by remote camera is what Jim Ryan was saying. That's insane. So I don't think they're going to speed it up and have enough readily available for people until 4 or 5 months from now.
What if Jingle All the Way 2 is Arnold trying to find a PlayStation 5 in the COVID time?
Yeah, right?
It's all through like webcam perspective.
Oh,
and, like Sinbad is
my apologies. There was already a Jingle All the Way 2 in 2014 with Larry the Cable Guy.
All right, that's not the same. We stop right there. That's not canon.
That's bad.
Jingle All the Way 2 doesn't exist. Wipe that from memory. That's not canon. I refuse to believe it. But getting back on track here, I think you're definitely right. I think I would even push it later. I think the Xbox folks pointed out a time that I think is going to be more doable, which I think it's April or May. I dare even say June because of how popular the PlayStation 5 is right now. People are really wanting this console. I haven't seen the mad dash for Xbox, and I'm certainly, it has to be there. It's doing well as well. But I think Nagachaka in the Discord, it's just like they got 5 Series S's in his like local store. Like nobody's kind of picking those up. I'm not saying that that one store equals that they're not selling, but I don't think production wise, when we heard they're making around 7 to 12 million by I believe March for PlayStation 5, I think that production has run its course because of the times that we're in right now. It's definitely seen its problems. So you gotta figure out their yield and their return on what consoles are actually working, what consoles actually then need to be returned to get, fixed consoles, all that jazz. So knowing that the demand is sky high, I'm really thinking, not to say that this is going to be a Wii level, toy for the most part, but it's going to be up there. And I'm really happy to see that, people are excited for these. I don't think if I'm a PlayStation, if my kid wants a PlayStation 5, I don't think I'm necessarily going to go, okay, well, I can't get the PlayStation, so I'm getting an Xbox.
Yeah.
I don't think that exists.
No.
Is as prevalent.
If anything, they'll get a PS4.
Yeah.
If they don't already have one.
That could be like, God damn it, Nana. How did you get confused about this, Nana? We went over this 17 times. You dumb old fool.
I gave you the UPC number. I gave you the barcode. I gave you the model.
The who? I'm at Walgreens.
Stop buying my consoles on Wish.com, Nana. Stop it.
Okay. Now get out there and prove your worth. Scout these consoles, Nana.
I don't care if there's a pandemic. Go out there, wait in line. Nana.
I don't care about your hip. Go out there in the freezing cold. What? COVID? Get out there. Why do you need a mask, Nana? Nana, wear a mask. God damn it. Anyway.
Oh, God.
Let's get into the next. Be safe, please.
Please.
treat your grandparents with respect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man.
They may say some wacky stuff, but they're old. They're getting there.
Yeah.
Kyle, start for the next round of the list.
Comes from Brianna Reeves over at PS Lifestyle. Sony's focused on PS5 this year, but is still outlining interesting stuff for PS Plus and PS Now. For obvious reasons, Sony's focus throughout this year has been squarely centered on the advent of PlayStation 5. Other aspects of the PlayStation business have consequently taken a backseat to some extent. However, the company's prioritization. I'm so sorry.
Prioritization.
Thank you. I
Gotcha.
butcher that word all the time. Of the new hardware does not mean the rest of the brand is being entirely ignored. In fact, according to Sony Interactive Entertainment CEO and President Jim Ryan, there are plans to further explore future possibilities with services like PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus. Speaking with GQ magazine, Ryan teased the interesting stuff that Sony is outlining with regards to said services. He specifically noted that the cloud will continuously grow in significance in the coming years. And though there are, quote, business model and technology challenges, end quote, Sony fully intends to continue studying and investing in the technology's capabilities. When asked if such dedication meant the likes of PS Now will become more important over the next several years, Ryan said, quote, PlayStation Now and Plus are very important to us today. This year we're just trying to keep it focused on the PlayStation 5 and the games, but that doesn't mean we're not thinking deeply about our services and figuring out some quite interesting stuff that'll get its own moment in the limelight, end quote. Ryan's statement is especially notable given his recent hint that, quote, there is actually news to come, end quote, about a response of some sort to Xbox's success with Game Pass. What that entails presently remains to be seen.
Yeah, you're thinking of Christmas already.
I know, right?
You're already thinking of Nana going out there, you know?
Getting you those socks for the 15th year in a row.
Go for it. Now, Nana aside, all this is pretty interesting. Lethal writes in via the Casa de Trophy Room Discord server, just like you can. We ask for questions each and every, usually Wednesday, and y'all come through. This week especially, Lethal writes in, with more rumors about the PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now merging, what can Sony do additionally and better than Game Pass to make it a unique and enticing offer to go toe-in-toe with Microsoft? Jim Ryan said before that putting their first-party games on their own PlayStation service would not be sustainable. So assuming that they stick with that thought, how would this merge work and still be enticing and competitive? What a layered question. This one, Lethal, putting in the work here. I love it. So, okay, I don't know, because I've heard these rumors of PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now merging. So we'll tackle that first. Do you think that's actually a thing? Because like if Sony says, yeah, we can't do a day and date for The Last of Us Part 3, right? We can't do a day and date for Ghost of Tsushima, like Microsoft can with whatever first party game comes out, Halo, Gears, whatever. How does Sony make a service that is compelling to PlayStation folks? Is that just a simple merger of PlayStation Now or PlayStation and PlayStation Plus? Because you want those revenue streams there, separate ones there, the illusion of choice, and again, multiple revenue streams. You're making more money, right? You don't want to cross the streams here, kind of like a Ghostbusters. So I don't know. How do you make this unique? Do you see that merger happening?
I definitely do think Plus and Now are coming together at some point.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it just makes sense. I feel like they can push Now for as much as they want, but having it be another charge on top of Plus, which is clearly the better value in a lot of PlayStation gamers' minds, merging them together, even for like a brief time, I think like an introductory, like, hey, if you get a year's worth of Plus, you get a year's worth of Now together type thing under the same price, just to see what it's like. I think it's smart to get people on that service, because I've been beating the drum for a little bit now that Now is way better than it used to be. It's pretty damn impressive. Nowhere near Game Pass level. I'm not trying to say that, but it's still pretty good. Yes, the selection of games could be better, but like I don't know what they're thinking with their first party stuff. I don't know how they're going to get around to offering that service without having those big heavy hitters on there.
And I think that's where we get really stuck here is, like Game Pass is great because I can play Sea of Thieves and Gears of War on there, at launch. It's not like I don't even know what their other big third party games are on that service. Truth be told, I know there's some really cool, unique indie stuff, but like
Forza,
I know. Well, Forza's first party. Forza's their driving one.
No, I know. Is that not first party?
No, that's first party. Yeah.
Isn't Gears and Halo first party?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
Oh,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
I could get, I know I could get in there because their first party's there. I don't know what third party stuff entices me.
I
think,
gotcha. I gotcha.
yeah. I'm sorry, that's my bad. So that's why I think like PlayStation Now has such a hard hurdle because there's not necessarily a mascot that goes with PlayStation Now. Like it's just a symbol where like Game Pass, you see Doom Guy, you see Master Chief, you see
And, yeah.
the Forza car.
That's the
Lego
thing with
vibe.
Now too. Like, there's a lot of Bethesda stuff on Now. That's
Yeah.
probably not going to be there pretty soon.
Yeah, like
and so
Wolfenstein's
that's-
on there, right?
Wolfenstein's on there. I
Dishonored?
think Doom is on there. I think Dishonored's on there. Fallout 4 is on there. So those are probably going to go away at some point, and that's going to leave even a bigger hole in Now
Right.
that's not going to be there. So they need to figure out how to fix it and make it more enticing.
And I definitely think the merger kind of does make sense, but they do need that reason for me to stick there. Like real talk, PlayStation Plus way better than Xbox Gold. I'm just gonna state that.
Yeah.
Like the games that you get is just fantastic. Like the December games for Xbox are out and it's just like abysmal. Whereas for PlayStation, like we get some really good stuff. They put some really good, hard, like they give a good hard effort into what they give us here. I really do think I believe this wholeheartedly that whatever their service is, it's going to be focused on AA and indies. And it's going to be the indie hub. And I think you start snatching up indie studios and AA studios and you go, okay, create what you want. Doesn't matter. Don't Bugsnax 2.5. Go for it, young horses. Like
Yes,
Supergiant. Yeah, like Supergiant, put Hades on.
Oh,
Hades
for
2.
the love of God, please! I want to play that so bad.
Hades, the even hotter edition. Like that's what I think. That's the way you really do win. We have this talk every quarter, it seems, but I like the way that Lethal really said it here. It's like putting their first party games isn't sustainable. So how do you go about that? Well, how is Xbox going about it? They're doing it by buying up publishers and bigger, more independent studios. So since Sony doesn't have that large scope, you have to go in with a scalpel here and really go, okay, so we have a smaller budget, meaning we have to go after smaller titles, which as long as we're giving these people creative freedom, I think they're creating the games they want, ergo people are going to be happy with the service.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Yeah. And we call it PlayStation Now Plus.
Ooh.
Someone on their marketing team. I'm available. I'm here.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm ready for a part-time gig. Kyle, anything else you have to say on this, or you want to get to the best news this week?
No, let's get right into it. Adam Bankhurst, friend of the show over at IGN, writes, Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered PS4 to PS5 save transfer is now available. Those who played Marvel's Spider-Man on PS4 are now able to transfer over their save files to Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered on PS5. Insomniac Games' update to Marvel's Spider-Man on PS4 allows this save transfer and also bring over 3 new suits from Spider-Man Remastered to the original version. Spider-Man Remastered was also updated to allow for save transfers and includes various fixes for the game for issues such as the rest mode crash. As an added bonus, trophies will carry over. So if you've unlocked Marvel's Spider-Man Platinum Trophy, it will pop in Spider-Man Remastered when the save is successfully transferred.
Joe got his 3rd Platinum Trophy on the PlayStation 5. 3rd one. Don't like to brag. How did I do it? Because it was a lot harder than you may think. I bought a digital console. I bought that game physically.
Oh, yeah.
So what did Joseph have to do? Joseph had to improvise. Joseph got his PlayStation 4 disc version of the game, walked downstairs to the basement, 2 flights of stairs, don't like to brag, found my brother's PlayStation 5 disc version, popped the disc in, created my profile on my brother's PlayStation 5,
Okay.
downloaded the game, put that save file in, downloaded the Spider-Man remaster, and then just ported over my save. Bingo, bango, bongo. Joseph has the Spider-Man Remastered Platinum. Easy as that.
Congrats.
When we talked about this, thank you. Again, I don't like to brag.
A lot of hard work.
I had to walk back up those stairs. I'm a big guy. Physics, gravity works against me all the time. Kyle, when we talked about this a few weeks ago, I was all for this. I was like, yes. You were like, no, I don't like this. I don't want it. I want to earn it again. Do you have that same energy? Are you going to try to earn it again?
Not really.
Yeah, that's right.
Seeing that it like pops instantly is, I want to experience that because I don't think that will ever be experienced again. Part of me still wants to go through it fresh and redo everything and experience everything for the technically first time since I beat it originally, because I didn't go into New Game Plus. I didn't even touch that. So maybe I do just upload it and treat the New Game Plus and do everything in that as my next playthrough when it gets closer to Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man, as I'm hoping it's called.
I do. So I do feel bad for like people like Trevor Starkey
that put all that work in.
Fellow patron. Yeah, he put in the work, and he's just like, well, I got it, and it was still a great experience. So, like, for those folks out there who worked their asses off to actually get the platinum, congratulations. You did it, you nailed it, and I hope you had a blast. But for me, I'm a one and done type of gal. I'm here. It's done. It's over. I got it. I'm good. I'm moving on. Because there's just way too many games to play.
Yeah.
Did I accidentally say gal instead of guy? Yes. When describing myself, absolutely. But sometimes you have to misgender yourself to, go full circle in life, I guess. So for me, this is awesome news. Shout out to Joseph Yaden, because that's how I found this out as well. So like immediately I was like, okay, stop what I'm doing. I need to get my saves situation sorted out. So awesome news. If you have this game, if you have a plat, make sure you head on over there. But I lied. And there's actually bigger news, Kyle.
Oh.
It's the next story on the list.
Oh. James Bond game by Hitman Dev IO Interactive and MGM. This comes from IO Interactive's tweet. Earn your 00 status in Project 007 working title. A brand new James Bond video game to be developed and published by IO Interactive.
Sweet. I am so sorry while you were reading that. You remember when we were trying to start Discord, I got this error message?
Yeah.
Error message still popped. OBS still working. You're still functioning, so everything must work. Kyle, I don't know what your attachment is with James Bond.
Okay.
But is this not the most perfect pair-up? IO Interactive, the developers behind Hitman, are making this game, self-publishing this game with MGM, right, the rights owners, to make a James Bond game.
Yeah.
How awesome is this news?
Oh my god, it's incredible. So as far as like my attachment to Bond, didn't watch the movies when I was younger, like any of them.
Really?
I know, shocker. My family just wasn't into it. But I loved the shit out of 007 Agent Under Fire on PlayStation 2.
All right.
Love that
All
game.
right.
And
God,
I love the Daniel Craig Bond movies like a ton.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Is he your Bond?
What?
Is he your Bond?
Yeah. He would be my Bond.
Some people have Roger Moore, some people have Sean Connery.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be whatever his name I just said. Like Daniel Craig. So the fact that IO, who make stellar Hitman games from what I've seen, I'm very excited to do the whole trilogy on PS5.
Oh yeah.
This is a match made in heaven. I could not have picked a better dev to take over James Bond.
And I think that's because, like, I'm right there with you. Like, so when I was a kid, I loved it. GoldenEye is my Bond. Like that's my movie. And Pierce Brosnan is my James Bond when I think of James Bond. Daniel Craig, also fantastic. Like, taking the rose-colored glasses off for a second. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. He is the best Bond to me. I think Sean Connery's, it is the time period. It is what it is. But like, he's fantastic as well. Russia with Love is fantastic. Goldfinger's fantastic. Roger Moore, I was never really like sold on him. Mm-hmm. But I understand like he's also really great. But yeah, for me, as I got older, I actually kind of like, James Bond gadgets, whatever. Skyfall happened, and I was just like, I think I'm kind of back.
Yeah.
Then Spectre happened, and I was like, I think I'm kind of out. So it really depends on what's this one next called? What's it called?
Nightfall? No.
Nightfall. Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
I think it is. Yeah, Nightfall. And maybe it's because Ana de Armas could step on my chest, but the movie looks really good. And she looks, oh my god, so hot. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I'm just really excited to see James Bond, like this match made in heaven where it's like, it's James Bond and the Hitman devs. What better way? My question for you,
My mistake, No Time to Die is the next one.
Yeah, right. No Time to Die. Sorry,
I don't know where I got
fake fans.
Nightfall from.
Well, I think that was the game. It was a game, Nightfall. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Or Nightfire. I don't know.
That's what it is. Nightfire. Mm-hmm.
Fake fan alert. We're not true fans of James Bond.
Shut the gate down.
Bam. So, yeah, no, I'm really excited because it's a match made in heaven. But who's going to step up to the plate to be James Bond? Ooh. Like, can this game get a little, crazy or risque? Because, like, do you expect it to be Troy Baker in a British accent? Or do you think you're going to get, like, a Hollywood actor in here, like Idris Elba? And as I said, Idris Elba, you could hear my mother just make this the loudest groan across the world. Going, oh my god, he's so hot.
Cool if Idris Elba was Bond in this game. I don't know. I don't know if they go with somebody that's already been Bond and over that kind of, or have a new person, new character, new builds, whatever, and have a VO actor take it over. Who I want for it, I don't know.
Well, so how this kind of is rolled out is that this is going to be an origin story. Ooh, so this is how James becomes or gets a 00 status, gets the license to kill. So what does ring to mind is the actor, the kid in The Kingsman, because he's a younger guy, right? Mm-hmm. And I think he could take on that mantle and even grow with the character over the years goes on. But I don't think you need a big Hollywood actor to get in there and take the role. You just need someone that with the chops and the respect for the IP to really get the job done here. But again, I'm so pumped just because even though I'm not the biggest 00 fan anymore, it is, again, like a match made in heaven. It's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Kyle, there's even bigger news that came out this week. Today, in fact.
Austin Goslin over at Polygon writes, Fortnite getting a subscription service called Fortnite Crew. Epic Games is adding a new subscription service to Fortnite, the company announced on Tuesday. The service will be called Fortnite Crew, and it will be a one-stop shop for players to get all kinds of cosmetics every month. Fortnite Crew will cost players $11.99 a month and will include the full battle pass for whatever the current season is, which usually costs $9.50 on its own. The subscription service will also grant players 1,000 V-Bucks every month, a $10 value, as well as an exclusive monthly cosmetics bundle. These items will remain exclusive to the subscription. Epic said it will never sell or give them away to non-crew members. Fortnite Crew will launch on December 2nd, the start of Chapter 2, Season 5. Players that subscribe to the service when it launches will get exclusive Galaxia outfit and style, as well as the Cosmic Llamacorn pickaxe and a Fractured World back bling.
Kyle, I know most of that sounded like Spanish to you.
My brain broke.
Okay, so like Fortnite's taking over the world, and so are subscription services. Everybody has them now, right? You got your Netflix, you got your Hulu. Someone told me there's something called Peacock now.
There's got your everything. Amazon Luna in the gaming world now.
Yeah, right. Stadia. sore spot. But all these subscription services happening, making a ton of money. Fortnite going on this bandwagon. What do you think about this news, though? A video game getting a subscription service. Like, is this a troubling sign? Because we've seen battle passes take off, right? Like, ever since Fortnite did it, now everybody has a battle pass. Is this kind of an overreach? What do you feel here?
I feel like, why do this? I really don't understand. Sure, you might get a little bit more value out of it, but I feel like it's, when it comes to kids, and Fortnite is such a kid-based game at the roots of it all. Having this monthly payment subscription thing, it's a little icky to me.
Right.
Because God knows those kids are gonna take credit cards and sign up for it on their own without mom and.
I didn't do that with my World of Warcraft account. Never did that, Mom.
I find this to be like almost like a cry for help. Like, hey, we're still a thing. I realize, because honestly, this is episode 1 of the show, over 100.
You're right.
Most of the show usually starts what you've been playing. Joe used to say, "Oh, I've been playing Fortnite. Got 4 dubs. Got limited ever." It's been like nonstop. I don't hear you talk about it at all anymore. And I feel like a lot of people have moved on to Apex and Warzone and Fall Guys as well. Like, just kind of like that's taking over where they're playing the multiplayer games. This might be just like a Hail Mary, like, hey, we're still around. Look at this. You get a lot of value. Come join it.
Because you can use the excuse or whatever of, well, for kids this is great because kids are always asking for V-Bucks for the newest skin. This kind of is giving them like an allowance, which, like, okay, and like some cool stuff. But what you're also still selling is that FOMO. So, like, yeah, all the kids are going to get this for the exclusive Llama cord pickaxe thing, and then they're still going to want to buy the latest skin, right? Like, I saw Venom in there, and like, Kyle, they got Venom. Sure. Venom is one of my favorite villains because he's just a badass. He eats
it's a great
right?
movie too.
No, well, you're entitled to your wrong opinions, but God, that movie's upsetting. Nonetheless, like, they got skins you want every month, so like kids are still gonna bother their parents, and this is just a way for them, like, again, looking back on my WoW days, $15 a month, mid-2000s, right? Gas crisis. That could have went to the gas, you know what I mean? Instead, went to the World of Warcraft, and what did my mom do? She forgot about it every 3 months. And then every 3 months I'd be like, oh, yeah, I'll pay you back. She'd forget. She's a mother. She has other motherly responsibilities. And I kept on getting away with it for like 2 years. And then my mom's like, you're 14, get a job. And I'm like, I don't think that's legally possible. So...
Hey, I started on my 13th birthday.
You're breaking child labor laws. I'm pretty sure, right? I don't know. What are laws anyway? So, yeah, like, meant to be broken. Woo, YOLO! No, obey the law. Nonetheless, this isn't a Mad Max utopia here, or whatever. Dystopia. Kids are still going to break this. Like, they're going to still want more money from their parents. So I don't know if this is necessarily worth it. I don't know if it's necessarily a cry for help more than, like, just a cash grab.
Sure.
But, like, only time will tell. And I am nervous of, like, yeah, Activision's going to see this. And they're just like, all right, so what can we get away with?
Yeah, it's going to set a very dangerous precedent. Because, yeah, like you said, we're already paying for other subscription services for media. And now if multiplayer games like this are going to get added onto it, on top of a Game Pass, on top of a PlayStation Now and Plus.
A Peacock?
A lot of... Definitely that Peacock money. There's a lot of subscription stuff to be putting out every single month if you want to get it all. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah. And, like, Netflix just upped their thing $2. I got that notification. We're paying $17 a month for it. And so, like, yeah, like, these subscription services, there has to be a give somewhere. And I hate to say I don't want this to succeed, but I don't want this to succeed.
Yeah.
Because this just gives incentives for other corporations to say, oh, this is good, and keep doing it, or go even harder with it. So I'm just worried. But you know what I'm not worried about? Last of Us 2 winning some awards.
By Liam Croft.
Ooh, what a pause! What a pause! Yeah.
I'm gonna save it for a future episode as we get closer to the Game Awards, but I'm nervous. By Liam Croft from Push Square. Love your sister Laura in her games; they're amazing. Bring them back, please. The Last of Us 2 sweeps the Golden Joysticks with 5 awards. The Golden Joysticks have gone first with their celebration of 2020's best game. And The Last of Us Part 2 came out on top by a very, very wide margin, bagging itself 5 awards, including Ultimate Game of the Year. The Last of Us Part 2 won in the Ultimate Game of the Year, PlayStation Game of the Year, Best Visual Design, Best Storytelling, and Best Audio categories. Naughty Dog also took home the trophy for the Best Gaming Studio of 2020. Elsewhere, Fall Guys won first place in both the Best Multiplayer Game and Best Family Game categories. Sandra Saad of Marvel's Avengers Kamala Khan won the award for Best Performer. And God of War Ragnarok even got in on the action after being voted the most wanted game.
Kyle, you said you were nervous. This seems... Last of Us Part 2 is your personal game of the year?
Yep.
Seems like it's winning awards. Why be nervous?
Okay, we'll get into it right now then, because I just can see it happening. Last of Us winning other awards throughout the night. I still think it is going to get a couple here and there. But then when it comes to Game of the Year, it's going to get pulled on an okie doke, and Animal Crossing is going to take it.
That is a legit fear, I get it.
That is, and I'm trying to set my expectations. Again, I'm going to be happy no matter what, because most of those games in that Game of the Year category I've played and I love. Right. So it's going to be whatever. But I think Last of Us Part 2 deserves that win. I'm just nervous that when you look back at the dark year that has been 2020, what is one of the lone bright spots, not just in taking away from the world, but in-game itself being a bright, colorful place, it's Animal Crossing. And I think a lot of people are going to think about the fun times they had with it and how much joy it brought to them, especially when all this mess started. And, okay, that is 100% my game of the year because it saved the year helped me forget about things.
But it also has so many problems with that game. I know we talked about this last week.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, I think I've seen a lot of people go, yeah, this is great, but, does it really, where does it push the industry forward rather than just make us feel a little good? Whereas,
oh, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Last of Us Part 2, and I'm going to use an analogy, Jason Schreier, please don't try to cancel me, is kind of not what you're thinking. It's kind of like Joker. Remember when Joker came out, there was a whole bunch of hubbub about this, about the movie, about how it was made, songs and whatnot. But it was a movie that I watched, and Kyle, I didn't enjoy it. It's awkward. It made me feel uncomfortable. I walked out going, did I even like this movie? But then I believe it won Best Picture and it won Best Actor. And I'm just like, makes sense. That movie had you talking. I saw that. I saw the performance of Joaquin and the work that went into making this film, and I just walked out going, yeah, this made sense, or even just nominated. This made sense that it was up against some really amazing films because it got you talking. It didn't just make a whole bunch of money, but it got people having this discussion about, what the movie was about, or how the movie was paced, or what actually happened versus what was in Arthur's head, right? Whereas Last of Us has that similar conversation of how certain things were executed over some other things, the direction, whether you loved or hated it, and some of the characters' reactions to those things, it still made sense. It was still brilliantly written. Whether you wanted a different outcome or not, it still made you think, it made you feel. Even if you hated it, you walked away going, well, whoa, the discussion we're having about this game isn't like anything else that we're having about games. Take out the dumb hatred part of it, with the bigot groups going after gay romance and stuff like that. Take them out. We're not even discussing them. Just talking about the game itself and the constructive conversations around it. I haven't had such a complex conversation about a video game before. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. Just real quick, Joker did not win Best Picture.
Damn. Won Best Actor, right?
Joaquin won Best Actor and Best Score.
Okay, point still stands. Point still stands.
I agree with you. The way that Last of Us Part 2 is being talked about by us here and by a lot of people that I respect are talking about it in a way that it should be, and for the way that it pushes video games to a new level.
Right.
Not in accessibility, in narrative, in visuals, in everything. It is pushing the needle forward. So now the bar higher for every other game to try to reach that, and then to push even further in the future.
Yeah,
I think it's going to win a ton of awards. I think it's going to be the RDR2 of 2018, or was that 18 or last year?
18. Where it won a bunch of awards, but it didn't seal the deal.
Yes, I have a feeling that might be the case.
Okay.
And a game like Animal Crossing is going to come in and take it, and I'm just nervous.
Now I don't know per se of like Golden Joysticks where if there's judges, who's the judges, but I do think that this might be the canary in the coal mine of like how this is going to play out. Maybe Animal Crossing isn't that fondly remembered, or maybe Cyberpunk is able to sneak in. It won't be in our awards because you had to get in by the beginning of December. It's coming out in December 10th, knock on wood. But for the ones that it does make it, how does that affect it? So yeah, I do have that irrational fear as well. But whoever wins, like, these awards are great. I think it's more celebrating the devs. Like, when they're like best dev team, best studio 2020, like, I agree with that. Like, how they handled work from home, in the midst of work from home, like, as this whole outbreak was happening. No pun intended there. But, like, as was happening, and then having the leaks, and then trying to tell everybody, guys, please stop. This is our creation. Please just wait a month. Please just wait whenever, please. And, launching the way it did and still being a critical and commercial success. They deserve that award.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm still going to be excited on December 10th, sitting with you and live reacting.
Yeah.
To not just the awards, because it is a celebration of gaming, the thing we love, but seeing all these new announcements and what it could be, like, I'm very, very pumped.
Yep. And remember, if Ghost of Tsushima doesn't win, just count the legal votes. Ghost of Tsushima would win by a mile. Count the illegal votes, Animal Crossing wins.
As he says, standing in front of the Four Seasons lights.
Just do the right thing. And I will make my case at the Four Seasons lawn care. Are you kidding me? That's where I make my final stand. Kyle, listen, it's been a terrific week. It's been a terrific show. What about wrapping it up the only way I know how? By going through Andy House's mail and finding some things viewers have written in to the show. Where each and every week, I go to Andrew House's mail. You could pen your thoughts, your comments, your concerns, your questions over to PS Trophy Room on Twitter. You could go to the Trophy Room Discord server, write us a question there. Or you can even go to Patreon sometimes. That works as well. Or you could pen a letter over to Andrew House. I swim over to Great Britain each and every week. I see what's in his mail. I take a few things. Some things I shouldn't, like some Amazon boxes, but that's on him, not me. We have 5 pieces of mail that came in this week. The first one comes from Jedi Master Ren, and they write, with Black Friday coming up, I can't help but feel like a mass majority is going to rush to retail stores in hopes of acquiring a next-gen console. There are rumors that both companies are sitting on their stock to artificially inflate demand. Do you think there is any truth to this rumor that's been spreading? And also, quickly, what are your thoughts on GTA 5 outlasting the entire console generation? Oof. A lot to unpack there.
Yeah. First question, I don't think there's any truth in that. I really do think everything's sold out.
I think, in my heart of hearts, the biggest problem isn't so much production of these consoles. The rumor has it's logistics. how they're sending these consoles out to retailers. Again, this is something that's never been done before, and they've had a year to do this, right? So, or less than a year to do this. So, having this spring up on them, they're still trying to figure out how we allocate consoles to a Walmart, to an Amazon, to all these places. So there are definitely consoles sitting in a warehouse, but it's not to inflate demand. It's where are we sending these things to? That's what I really think is happening more than anything. So I don't think they're doing it to inflate numbers. I definitely think they're there, but they're going out as fast as they come in, if that makes any sense.
Sure.
GTA 5, outlasting the entire generation. And here's the fucked up thing.
And then some. Yeah.
What? So from PS3, all PS4, now we're at PS5.
Yeah. Also, like, Rockstar, I think I just saw a tweet about it, so I don't know if it's real or not. But that Red Dead Redemption Online is getting its solo thing. And that is happening experience. Even before GTA 5 Online, which is nuts. Man, Rockstar. Literal rock stars. And just supporting that game for forever.
I mean, it prints money, right? Like, I think it's the second most, like, game sold ever. So, yeah, it's surprising until you really take a good, deep, hard look at how well this thing has sold. It's become kind of like a Warframe where, for the most part, I don't think about it. It's not even my rear view. But then when you bring it up, I'm like, whoa, okay, yeah, this is a thing that exists. That said, Lethal writes in, with Thanksgiving so close, what game are you most thankful for, and why is it Bloodborne? I didn't add that. I didn't. Lethal did. But if memory serves me right, as of this video or podcast, it's been 2,073 days since the original launch of Bloodborne. 73 or 75.
Look at you.
I'm so thankful for it, man. Every day I think about it.
I have a lot of games I'm thankful for, like Celeste and Walking Dead Season 1 by Telltale. Just really showcasing the narrative. I'm just picking one from this year that I'm so thankful we got, and that's Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Ooh,
I'm so thrilled with how that turned out. I was very nervous about it being only a part 1, and I think what we got is music to my ears. I was so over the moon happy. I'm so thankful they didn't really screw it up. It's great.
Yeah, I'm thankful for Cloud in that blue dress and get me all confused. Jesus, what a cute tee.
That's why you brought those blue tint glasses, so you can look at Cloud in that blue dress. Make it even more blue.
Here's my thought. What games I'm thinking of, or thankful of. First of all, Thanksgiving is the best holiday, bar none. Stop there.
No.
Forget. No. And it's not like. Look, I get the holiday. It's like if you think really hard about it, it is kind of screwed up. But
that's not where I was going.
Okay, cool. Because I'm more like Thanksgiving of like getting with your family, then making all the best food. Got a lot of paella there. You got lasagna that your brother makes. It's fantastic. Then you got turkey on top of that.
Nah.
Ooh, okay, all right. Well, we'll talk about this on the post show. But I'm thinking of games that live in my head rent free. That's definitely Bloodborne. That's definitely God of War. And to be on brand, I would say Bloodborne. But I think the game that I'm very thankful for is God of War. That story of a father-son speaks to a lot of people. It speaks to me, and I'm thankful for that story. And, man, what a game.
Yeah.
Famous Seamus writes in. All right, this is great. Let's pretend that COVID-19 isn't happening for a moment. If you could invite any video game character to Thanksgiving, who would you invite? Question mark.
Who would it be?
You know what? I got one. It goes for my last question. I'd bring a date. I'd bring Cloud in the blue dress just to get my my weird uncle sweating. The uncle that everyone hates, just sweating. Like he wants to say something, but he doesn't know if he wants to ruin the holiday in front of everybody. But he really wants to,
Yeah. I was going along the same wavelength of date-wise and bring Aerith. From FF7 Remake.
I told you that she was real. I told you.
Just real to me, damn it. That'd be great. Or else, on the funny side of things, I would either bring Ellie
Yeah.
Just so hear her curse everybody out.
I like that.
Or Kratos just sitting there silent the whole time.
Pass me the gravy. Boy. What?
And
Don't
just
talk to my mother like that, Kratos.
putting him at the kids' table with my nieces and just seeing what happens.
That is... Pass me the crayons, girl. I want a color. That would be fantastic. Let's see. My for realsy one? Actually, you know what? I'll just stick with Cloud in a blue dress because I think that joke's really... The vibes of me tonight. Marcus O'Neill writes in, "'Tis the season to be thankful. What's something that more than PlayStation gamers need to be thankful for? The more obscure, the better." Okay, let's see. 'Tis the season to be thankful for.
I'm trying to think obscure.
That more PlayStation gamers need to be thankful for.
Because, like, just in general, PlayStation gamers need to be more thankful for Shuhei Yoshida.
That's
just
right.
in general.
He's a gem, and the day he retires, we will give,
God.
what is it, a 14-gun salute to him. Right? Like, that man deserves all the respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need, no, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Don't even say anymore.
Nope.
Catalyst writes in, Catalyst 313. That's also an area in Coruscant, 313. No, sorry, that's 1313. My apologies. This is the way. This year's Call of Duty Zombies mode has been one of the best in years. In my opinion, since Black Ops 2. What is your guys' favorite time/memory playing zombies? And on what game?
That's all you?
Now, okay, I'll throw this for you. Think of like a horde mode. In general, what's your favorite horde mode? Doesn't have to necessarily be zombies. For me, I'll give you time to think. I'll give you time to sweat about it, because I know you're not a multiplayer guy. Mm-hmm. For me, it is still World at War zombies. Because I actually hate all the puzzles and shit. Just give me where I have to barricade a house down, windows and such, and let me just like mow down, zombies. And what better, fascist zombies? That gets my rocks off, So yeah, that nothing better than a good old Nazi zombie to shoot in the mouth,
I can't think of even a single horde mode because I really don't touch them.
Well, have you played Ghost of Tsushima's horde mode?
No,
Survival?
not yet.
Fuck.
But I hear there's an extra live stream this weekend that we might be able to do.
I will buy that game digital because I have it physical.
Oh, that's right.
I would like. That's how much I love that game, though. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Keep it in mind. Okay. Yeah, I would say World at War Zombies, fantastic. And Catalyst, listen, this weekend, let's play. Because I'm really digging Cold War way more than I should, and it's a ton of fun. So let's do it. With that, gang, no bounty board this week. No one wrote us anything nice on iTunes or Apple Podcasts. But please make sure at every 100 reviews we get in, we are going to give away and raffle off a free game. So we are at right now, if memory serves right, around anywhere between 135 and 140 reviews worldwide on Apple Podcasts. So please drop us a 5-star review. Tell us your comments, why you love the show, this, that, and the other thing, and we'll read it here on the show. That said, I also want to spotlight our Extra Life streams starting on Black Friday into the weekend. Again, link down below, link to the Twitter or Twitch, link to the Extra Life itself to donate. Those kids need it, and it helps out. It really does. Unfortunately, this year I don't have any cool raffles, right, to throw at people. It's just really is bottom of my heart. It'd mean a lot. Help the show out and all that.
I have a couple that I can contribute.
Ooh, okay, so maybe we do have a raffle.
I got some PlayStation Funkos that I can give away.
Okay, so there you go. You know what? Could we sign a Funko? Could you sign a Funko?
Oh hell yeah! I'll sign. Yeah. I'll sign one of them.
Yeah, put it in the back, and there you go. You go, oh my god, Kyle signed this? This is nuts.
What?
Crazy, dude. So please hop in, again, donate. It does mean a lot. You can follow this show on Apple Podcasts, on Google Play, Spotify. You can watch the VOD on YouTube. Wherever you get your podcasts, you can find this show here. Kyle, anything you want to pimp out before we go, sir?
Sure, I'd always like to pimp out myself, Mr. K-Step on Twitter and on PSN. You can find me over at 61indie.com, where we're doing more of an indie-focused games thing over there. It used to be kind of NYC. Twitch.tv/61indie and 61indie on YouTube if you search for it. We just had, like I mentioned earlier, our extra live stream on Saturday. We couldn't go the full 24 hours due to technical stuff, but under 12 hours, we raised $2,160 in change. Very, very thankful for everyone that came out and hooked us up. We are doing the second half of that on New Year's Eve. We're going to celebrate New Year's around the world with you every hour as we're streaming and raising money to hit our goal. We're only a couple hundred away, and it's going to be a good time. But the focus right now is the Trophy Room's Extra Life this weekend. And please be safe on Thanksgiving. Don't go out if you don't need to. Stay home. Yeah. Stay with your family that's in your house. I love you.
Eat that turkey, man.
Yeah, just stay safe. That's all we're asking.
Yeah, just stay safe. Stay cool, calm, collected. Play some PlayStation. How about that? So keep hunting and keep playing PlayStation. I'll see you all next week.